Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a drugstore haul along with a mini review on each product. These products are pretty much all new at the drugstore, except for maybe one or two of them are just new to me. This is the Hard Candy Glow All the Way, and it's in 3 times a charm. I must have overlooked this in the drugstore because I didn't have this, and I thought I did a review on these a long time ago. I just wanted to mention this because this particular one with these 3 shades are so pretty. This bronzer shade is more like a terracotta color, but it looks so pretty as a blush. And then of course the highlight, their highlights are insane, so you have to use a light hand. And then this color is just kind of a golden kind of sun-kissed skin tone color that I like to go over my cheeks because it just gives a nice sheen, and then I put the terracotta color on top. So moving on to a few foundations that I've been trying out lately, and this is the Maybelline Green Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. I like it so far, but I haven't used it enough to know what I think of it so far. It feels really good on the skin. It is a hydrating matte formula, which is so strange. The only thing that I don't like so far about it is it doesn't blend nicely. I don't like it with a beauty blender. In fact, the one thing that I do like it with is the e.l.f. powder brush. I love it that it's flat, and I kind of pat it in and just swipe a little bit. You get it blended out. It does look really pretty. Like I said, it's what I'm wearing now. So let me know what you guys think of this foundation. I picked mine up in the shade Natural Beige because it looked more yellow toned on the packaging. As far as it matching the outside of the packaging, let's see here what it looks like. So honestly, I think the match is pretty close to what it looks like on the outer packaging, at least in the shade I picked up. The lasting power on this is pretty good. I don't notice it leaving my skin too soon, unlike another foundation that I've been trying out. Let me know if you guys want a review on this. If not, I'll just skip it. The next foundation I'm talking about is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion. I picked mine up in the shade W3. I was going to do a review on it, but sadly I didn't like it, mainly because it's not what I'm looking for in a foundation. It has light to, I don't even want to say medium coverage. It's in between medium and light, depending on what you have to cover. If you have acne and freckles and things that you want to cover, this is not going to do the job. The lasting power did not last well for me. The finish is pretty. It's a little bit too shiny for my taste, and you're not getting very much product. You're only getting a matter of teaspoons. I've used this say 5 times now, and it's already getting dry in there, just like the Physicians Formula one. But if you do want to try one of these out, I suggest the Physicians Formula Cushion Foundation. I loved it so much more than this. It had a prettier finish. I felt like it lasts a little bit longer. It has a little bit more pigmentation than this did. So try that one out over this one. I don't like to put products down, but this is more for somebody that's looking for sheer coverage, that's not really big on lasting power. I mean, it has a pretty dewy finish, which is pretty. Just for my taste, I like it a little less dewy. And the Physicians Formula Cushion Foundation, it was dewy, but there was something different about it that I can't really explain. It was really pretty. I did do a video on that, so go back and look at my face in that video. I feel like the foundation had such a beautiful high-end looking finish. Moving back to this foundation, I did pick up the little sponge it came with. I don't mean to be negative, but I don't like this. I feel like a brush or your fingers or a beauty blender is going to get the job done a lot better. It's just kind of hard and stiff, and when you pounce it on your face, it just doesn't have enough like smush to it. It doesn't, like, I don't know. I didn't like it. I know they're cheap, but that's just my thoughts. Something else I picked up that is new to the drugstore is the new Voluminous Superstar Liquid Eyeliner eyeliner pen. It has like a felt tip. This is from L'Oreal. This was just okay. I really like the tip on this. It's kind of like your typical felt tip, except it starts fatter at the top and goes to a really tiny point, which is, you know, I love the applicator part. Is awesome. My problem is, you know, when you're going over your eyeshadow, it kind of loses its pigment, so you have to kind of keep going over and over. So this was just kind of okay for me. I want an eyeliner that's going to be able to go over my eyeshadow without a problem, and this definitely didn't do the trick for me. But an eyeliner that I absolutely love and is new out in the drugstore is the new Wet n Wild Proline Felt Tip Eyeliner Crayon. This thing is so amazing, you guys. It has a felt tip, kind of like the L'Oreal one, but it's a little bit smaller and it doesn't start out as fat, so you can get that nice line. And when you go over your eyelid with whatever, if you have glitter or eyeshadow on, it goes right over it. It doesn't lose its pigmentation. I've used this probably 6 times already and it's still black as can be. It's matte and it lasts all day. This is the best eyeliner out at the drugstore in my opinion, and it's also one of the cheapest. This was $4.99 at Walgreens, and when it comes to Walmart, it's probably going to be like $3.99 because they're always, you know, a couple dollars less. I almost wanted to do a separate video just on this, do a rave review, because it is so good. It's super black. I mean, look at that. It doesn't look like it's a marker. I feel like this one is just like a marker, like a Crayola marker in black, maybe a little bit blacker than that, but this is more like, it kind of goes on more like a lacquer or something that has more of a pigment behind it rather than a marker. Some other things that Wet n Wild came out with lately are their new reformulated blushes. I picked up the shade in Pearlescent Pink and Rose Champagne. It does say on the front, new formula, and if you swatch the old Wet n Wild like blushes, this is the old one in Pearlescent Pink. It's still really nice and I love the older ones, but I do feel like the formula is a little bit, I guess in the swatch, it just seems a little bit less chunky. There's a little bit less fallout. There's still fallout, but it feels almost a tad bit softer. As far as them applying on the cheeks, I still like the old ones. I mean, they're still really good. You can't really tell once they're on the cheeks, but you can definitely kind of feel the difference. I'll swatch the old one for you guys so we can see if there's any difference in the shade. It doesn't look like, well, maybe a little bit. I think the new one's a little bit more coral color and the old one's more pink colored, just a little bit. And then I did pick up the new one in Rose Champagne. This is just like a nude glowy blush. It is really pretty. I do like it. I'm wearing it today and I do have the new Pearlescent Pink underneath it. Oh, I'm also wearing the new Wet n Wild eyeliner and you can see how black it is. So here's the 3 blushes. The old Wet n Wild formula version is in the middle, so you can see that it's a little bit more pink. And look at how black that eyeliner is. Wet n Wild also came out with this new Illumi Naughty highlighting and concealing pen. I really like this stuff. I have it here on my hand. It has a really nice kind of glowy, dewy finish, but it also is medium to full coverage depending on, you know, how bad your eye bags or circle or darkness is, but I really do like it. I did notice it creasing, so make sure you set it really good. But it has such a beautiful radiance glow to it that, I mean, I'll sacrifice a little bit of creasing to get this under eye look. It's really good if you have dry skin. So you can see just how bright and just hydrating and dewy it makes the skin look. Another amazing product from Wet n Wild, they never fail me. I love Wet n Wild, they're so good, is the Mega Glow Illuminating Palette. This is so pretty, and I am wearing these 2 end shades as a highlight today, and they are just so beautiful. They're super glowy. One thing I really like about this though, you can just do, you know, a couple strokes and you're not gonna get a crazy highlight like I have now, or you can build it up to be really pigmented, and you can kind of pick and choose. You can swirl them all together, but my 2 favorite for everyday use are definitely the 2 end shades, especially the more golden one. There's a more peachy one. I like to mix the 2 though. I mean, they're all so pretty. This pink one would be really pretty if you wanted to do like a really pretty pinky girly look. Look at these colors. I mean, you can use this pink one here just as a blush on its own, and they give you, you know, a big enough space to do so. They're not these tiny little strips. They're big enough to where you can get a fan brush in there. Here they all are swatched separately across here, and then this bottom swatch right here is them blended together. Wet n Wild also came out with some new colors. This is the Wet n Wild Velvet Matte Lip Colors. These are kind of hit and miss for me. Mainly I like some of the darker shades. This is a new shade in Berry Tales, and it's a really light pink shade. I'm not gonna lie, these aren't very creamy. They kind of accentuate dry patches, but if I'm having a good lip day, I will still wear these because they are really pretty, and I just love the look they give my lips. And this one is called Charred Cherry. This is a really pretty kind of pink berry color. I like this one. And then the last color I picked up is called Hickory Smoke. This is a really pretty nude color, but it's more on the deeper side, and it's more terracotta, just really warm tone. It is really pretty though. Something new Rimmel came out with is 5 new lip liners. I only picked up one because the other ones were really bright. They had like an orange one, a really crazy bright pink one, and this is more like an everyday one. It's called You're All Mine, and it's a really pretty bright kind of mid-tone pink. So I thought that would be really pretty, and I love Rimmel lip liners. I mean, they're super creamy. I think they're my favorite lip liners at the drugstore. And then also I picked up some of the new NYX Intense Butter Glosses. I love these so much. I love these more than the originals. I'm wearing the shade in Chocolate Crepe right now on my lips with the Rimmel lip liner underneath in Addiction, and I think they just, for a lip gloss, they last so long. They're super glossy, and they just feel so good on the lips, but they also they're a little bit more stickier than the other original butter glosses, but they just last such a long time for a gloss. I really like these. Anyways, I picked up the shade Chocolate Crepe, like I said, which is on my lips now. The other one is called Toasted Marshmallow. This is a really pretty deeper berry color. And then the other one, this shade's really popular, Tres Leches, whatever that is. I don't know, it sounds like something in Spanish, but this is a really pretty baby pink brownie nude color. So I talked about this butter bronze from Physicians Formula, I think 2 videos ago, but I didn't swatch it, so I'm going to do that for you now. But just so you know, best bronzer out on the market at the drugstore as far as like the formula goes and how it looks on the skin. Like, it's so soft. It's really light. I did mention that in my video. It's really light, so it's more to like light to medium skin tones, but it's just the finish of it is glowy, but it's not overly glowy. So I don't know if the camera's even picking it up, but it's right here. It's super light. Okay, coming down to the end here. I know I did a video on these, but I had to mention them. The CoverGirl Nudes palette. I do have all 3. This is the nude one. I'm not going to swatch them. I have a whole separate video on that, but I just had to mention them because they're so good. Here's the one, the roses one. And then the one I'm wearing today that I just love is the Goldens one. So that's the only thing I have on my eyes now. So I'm wearing the Goldens one now on my eyes. One thing I almost forgot to mention is the Cinderella Fairy Glow Face and Body Illuminator. I picked this up at Walgreens, and if you guys were looking for the Cinderella collection, my Walgreens just came out with it a couple days ago. I still might go back and get the Cinderella palette because it's so pretty. Just for, you know, the art that's on it. It has this picture on the palette, and I don't know about you, but Cinderella was one of my favorite Disney movies. As far as this being a face illuminator, I feel like it's a little too greasy for that. I did use it a couple times. If you set it with another illuminating powder, I mean, it's not bad, but I would save this more for like the shoulders or the décolleté, you know, your chest area. But it is really pretty. It just gives a nice, beautiful glow to it. And it's only $2.99. I think it's worth it. I really do like it. Not so much for the face though. So that wraps up my haul and my thoughts on the products. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye guys.